I don't want to do a long intro and bore the hell out of you, so I'm going to make this as short as possible. So this is my second YouTube video for the OM system, OM-1 Mark II. And I got to say right off, really enjoying this camera. Now, the most impressive parts for me are, number one, the build of this camera is really impressive. I'm not selling this, by the way. I have no dog in this hunt. Anyway, the lenses, oh my God, this 12-40 really is shocking the hell out of me. This glass is beautiful. Like, it is a gorgeous piece of glass. I don't like zoom lenses. I just don't. I use them when I have to, or when it's, going to benefit me the most. This is spectacular. I have been spending hours trying to learn all the different features on this camera, and I'm not even close yet. But I know how to use aperture priority, manual, shutter priority. I know how to set the white balance, and I know the basics so far. And I know some of the features. I dove into the metering modes as well, which they have some cool ones. I'm not going to lie about that. That's it. They have two metering modes, the spot metering high, spot metering low, which I think is very impressive. Anyway, getting back to the camera. The reason I think Micro Four Thirds is just coming into its own is so many clients are looking for social media advertising posts, and this is perfect for that. I can still do prints with this, don't get me wrong. I can do 16x20 prints. I'm sure you can do larger with this. I have 11x14s and 16x20s in my home, all shot on a 2.1 megapixel camera, and I seriously just love these photos to death. Of course, they're my daughter, but it really doesn't matter. They're keepsakes, and they look great. I'm not up like this to them, which nobody does. They're just great photos. So 20 megapixels, yeah, you can print with this. But this is coming to its own because I have so many clients looking for that type work, and it's only growing and growing and growing. Now, this camera benefits you, the photographer, more than it benefits the client. The client's going to get good work whether you're using a full frame, Micro Four Thirds, or crop sensor. You're giving them the same type work of what they need for that type of job. And those jobs are becoming more and more and more. So that being said, the enjoyability of this, the lens system, small size, weatherproofing, again, lenses, oh my God, they're spectacular. This has a lot of benefits for you, the photographer. I know you don't get that initial hit of seeing a medium format image just in all its glory. And believe me, I see it. I love it too. I mean, it gives you that instant high of seeing it on your screen going, oh my God, look at all the detail. But then you scale it back to Instagram size and send it to your client for their posts. This, I'm just enjoying. It's fun to shoot. Autofocus is ridiculously good on this. Never thought that. Just blown away. Okay, so let me get into the shoot today. I shot in aperture priority. I shot ISO 640, 400 to 640 back and forth because it's an overcast day. I'm just using natural light in the studio. I let it on auto white balance because I really wanted to see how good this thing was going to do with different color clothes and this horrible bluish tint light coming in from the windows. I always get this mixed look in here because of these windows. I hate it. This camera killed it. Like the auto white balance, I was actually shocked on how good it was with this natural light. Now, I'm sure if I throw a strobe on this thing, I'm going to get that mixed, oh God. Oh. Anyway, let's get into the shoot rather than me to keep rambling on. I'm saying I'm really enjoying this. I'm not enjoying the learning curve on this because, again, I have to know my cameras to shoot them comfortably, and there's so much to learn about this. I won't use 90% of the stuff this thing can do. But to know that I could use it or that it's there in case a client says, would it be possible if we did, this camera can probably make it possible. That's what's so unique and cool about this. You can do so much with this out of the box. Let's get to the shoot. I'm really appreciating the YouTube channel for one reason, and it's pushing me to try more things. And I don't know if the YouTube channel per se was the force
in getting me to try the OM-1 system, but I've just always wanted to try it. Now, I would say maybe 6 months, 8 months back, I got my daughter one of those little pen cameras. I don't even know what model it was. It was just a refurbished directly from OM Systems. And as soon as I gave it to her, she just took it and she was thrilled with it. Honestly, I don't even remember what lens came with it, but she liked it. And I'm just like, I got to try this for myself. Now, dealing with Grace in her movements, you don't see much here in the video, but she can't stop moving. So the autofocus system really did have its job cut out for it. But honestly, I left it on the everything all, and it just picked up on her eye every time. I'm not a video shooter, so I really can't say anything to the video part of this. But for stills, I left it in continuous autofocus, and it just nailed focus every single time. And I did stress it out a little bit later on in the shoot. We went outside and I was shooting through, some leaves and stuff, and nothing major, but still, I just wanted to test it out and see how it did. It did well. And I can't believe that I can say that you can actually trust the auto white balance on this, because I'm kind of blown away by it so far. Now, it's going to be a different story, I think, when I throw a flash on top of this. I don't know how it's going to do. Now I have the ProPhoto connector mode for Olympus. And I also bought the 700 flash to go with this, the Olympus one, which has wireless trigger and so forth. I really want to try both of them. And I want to see how the TTLOs with this is. I'm actually going to take this on my next job in California, coming up at the end of the month, because it's more or less a 5-day event that I'm shooting every day for. And I'm going to take this system, and I'm actually excited about it because it's doing the job. Usually I would take the M11, but they're strict. This is social media. This is what they need. And this camera fits the bill perfectly. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about the pictures. There's really not much to say about them. I'm just shooting, like I said, with those settings. And they are ISO 400 to 640. I didn't look which one's which, but even zooming in and pixel peeping these things, they're pretty damn good. There's just, wow. Anyway, and the other lenses I'm looking forward to trying are the 75, because people keep telling me about that 75 1.8, which I think is exciting because, obviously I did get the 40 to 150, and I haven't even tried it yet, but I think that's going to be great for events, for stage kind of events. I mean, to have an 80 to 300 reach, and we're back at the board so many times now for concerts, that's going to come in really useful. And yes, I will shoot a concert with this. The high-end concerts have lighting and are very well lit, and you can get away with ISO 400 to 800, believe it or not, at a concert. People always think, well, it's a concert, it's going to be dark, throw it to 1600 or 3200. And believe me, when they put the lights on and the spotlights and everything, you don't need it. So this camera is going to be really clutch for that kind of stuff, and I can't wait to try that. But my event coming up in California, I think this system is going to be perfect for. And I'm really debating that 75 1.8, having that in my bag with this lens so I can, use it for the long. I like staying away from people and picking them off rather than inserting myself in the event. I always insert myself to get those group shots and the gripping grins and that kind of stuff, those warm ones. But they don't want to see you there through the whole night, like in their face, constantly shooting. So if I can use a lens to pick them off from a far corner, it'll get me out of the picture a little bit more, because I don't want to be part of that whole picture. I want, the event to go the way it's going to go without inserting myself in it. Anyway, I'm rambling. I apologize. You can see these images. They're pretty nice. I can't lie. And again, I think this system really is coming into its own. This is her last outfit. She didn't have it as the last outfit. We wanted to shoot one more time in the studio. So she literally took this tank top, or whatever it's called, halter top, and she cut it in half and used the bottom half for the skirt and the top half for the shirt, which was, very clever. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. Looking forward to this journey with you with this camera. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you next time. Well, I won't really see you because it's YouTube. I hate when people say that. It's great seeing you. I can't see you. Have a good day.